So does anybody know what longitude and latitude mean? Has anybody heard longitude and latitude before? Yes? You think so? Okay. What does longitude and latitude mean? What do you think? Amanda.
Is it lines on a globe that tell you where places are?
Yes, kind of like that. It's kind of like that. Okay, so I have a picture right here of the globe. And you know how the globe is like a ball, right? But we flattened it out so that you could see the whole thing, right? So all of these little lines on here are breaking up the globe into different little sections. And the longitude lines are the ones that go up and down like that. You guys see that? And the latitude lines are the ones that are going to go left to right like that. And they're going to be separating the globe to show you different places through coordinates. So latitude lines are going left to right, and they go up and then all the way down, and they show you how far something is from the equator. The equator is this line that cuts the globe in half right here, and it separates the northern and the southern hemispheres. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. The prime meridian splits the globe in half going up and down like this. And it's going to split the western and the eastern hemispheres. And that's where the longitude lines come in. And they show you how far away a place is from the prime meridian. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's try to read something. So, if we can read, let's see, you guys know that this is Madagascar, right? Right here next to Africa, that little space right there. We're gonna try to figure out the coordinates from Madagascar. So, first you're gonna read latitude lines. So latitude lines, of course, are the ones that go left to right, so you'll be looking at the numbers all across the sides over here. So first we'll look at this one. So the latitude line goes straight to, what number is that? Can anybody see that?
Okay, 15.
15 degrees. And then you would write, is it in the northern hemisphere or the southern hemisphere?
Southern.
How do you know that it's in the southern hemisphere, Samantha?
Because
Because
it's below the equator.
it's below the equator. Good. So you would write 15 degrees south. Does that make sense?
Mhm.
And so you always are going to write the latitude line first when you're writing your coordinates. And then you'll do the longitude line. So that's the line that's going up and down through the Madagascar. And that, when you go up, this one's kind of hard to see, so I'll tell you that it's in between 30 and 60, so it's going to be 45 degrees. So you would write 45 degrees, and then would you write east or west? Christopher, what would you write, east or west?
I'd write east.
East. Why?
Because it is to the right of the prime meridian.
Yep, and that's in the eastern hemisphere. Okay, so let's start with our first assignment. Here, you guys already have your papers. So, Amanda, can you read the directions for me for the longitude and latitude worksheet?
Mm-hmm. Lines of latitude and longitude are part of a geographic coordinate system that is used to locate every location on the Earth. Lines of longitude are vertical lines that run from the North Pole to the South Pole, equidistant around the globe. Lines of latitude run horizontally outward from the center of the globe at its widest point, the equator, and equidistant towards each pole. Lines of latitude and longitude are marked as degrees. Longitude lines start at 0 degree at the prime meridian and run to 180 degrees east and west around the globe. They are called meridians. Latitude lines begin at 0 degrees at the equator and run to 90 degrees outward towards each pole. They are called parallels.
Okay, so meridians are going to be the longitude lines that we see that go up and down. And that makes sense because they are how far away they are from the prime meridian. So they're the meridians. The latitude lines are going to go left to right, and those ones are called the parallels. So let's find where the triangle is. So what continent is the triangle in? Does anybody know?
Isn't that in Asia?
That is Asia, right. So we're going to write Asia on the bottom line under the triangle. Right, Asia. That's what continent it's in. Okay. Then we have to find the coordinates for the triangle. So, we go first. Are we going to look for latitude or longitude? Latitude, right. So we're going to look at the lines that go left to right. So this goes right through the 60-degree line. So you will write 60 degrees. And then do you write north or south?
North.
North, because it's in the northern hemisphere. All right. Then we're going to find longitude. So you follow the line up. And that, where does that look like it's at? Can anybody see it?
105.
105. 105 degrees, and is that west or east? East. Okay, so that was triangle. Let's find the circle. What continent is the circle in right here?
South America.
That is South America. Good job, Amanda. So you're going to write South America. Okay, let's find the coordinates. So what do we find first?
Latitude.
Latitude. So we follow the latitude line. We come all the way over here. And what is that?
30.
30 degrees. 30 degrees what? Is it in the northern or the southern?
Southern.
Southern. Okay. Now we're going to look for the longitude lines. You go down. What do you guys think that the longitude line degree is at?
Could be 75.
75? You think 75? What does anybody else think? Where do you think that it's closer to something else?
60.
You think 60, Christian? All right. Let's look at the line really closely. I know it's hard to see on this, but yeah, it looks like it curves right into the 60. So 60 degrees, what? What do we put after 60 degrees?
West.
West. All right. Let's do the square. So what continent is the square in, Samantha? This is the square down here. Antarctica. So we're at Antarctica. Okay. Now first we'll find the latitude line. So where does the latitude line degrees go to? How far away is it from the equator?
75 degrees.
75 degrees. And is that north or south, Samantha?
South.
That's south. And then the longitude lines. How far is it from the prime meridian? What do you think, Christopher?
I think it's at 90 degrees.
90 degrees. 90 degrees in what hemisphere?
East.
East. 90 degrees east. Okay, last one. Let's find the star. So what continent is the star in?
North America.
Christian, good job. North America. Alright, same thing. What do we find first?
Latitude.
Latitude. So how far away is this from the equator? It's very far from the equator, right?
Mhm.
So how many degrees?
75.
75. 75 degrees
North.
north. Okay. And then longitude lines.
.45 degrees.
45 degrees? 45 degrees what?
West.
West. 45 degrees west. Does that make sense to you guys?
Mhm.
You getting it? Okay. Now I want to show you a little video just in case you guys are still a little stuck on it. Just a fun little song to help you remember.
Do you know what longitude, latitude, longitude? Do you know what longitude, latitude mean? Longitude, latitude, longitude, latitude. Yes, I know what longitude, latitude mean. Latitude is the angular distance measured in degrees. It tells how far from the equator any place happens to
Okay. Alright, so why don't you guys grab out your next assignment. This one you guys are going to be doing individually. We'll go over the instructions. So go to the first page. Okay, don't forget to write your names on it. Don't forget to, don't forget to write your names on it. Since it's close to Christmas time, I thought we could do a little activity. You're on the wrong page. A little activity where we will try to find where Santa is in the world. Alright, so this first page is just a little explanation in case you forgot what longitude and latitude mean. This will help you with everything about which one goes first, latitude or longitude, which lines are which, and that'll help you, okay? So let's go to the second page. And Amanda, can you read, no, actually, Christopher, can you read the first part for me?
This year, Mrs. Claus is using longitude and latitude to track Santa's journey. She knows the degrees of latitude and longitude as well as the minutes of latitude and longitude. Below you will see 10 sets of coordinates. Mrs. Claus knows Santa arrived at each set of coordinates, but doesn't know where in the world he is. Help Mrs. Claus find Santa.
Okay, so we're going to be helping Mrs. Claus find Santa. And as you can see on your paper, there's a list of coordinates, and you're going to be looking up these coordinates in your guys' atlases. So right in here, you're going to be looking up these coordinates through your atlas, and then you're going to be writing down the city and the country of wherever Santa is. So, and then after you do that, go ahead and read the next instructions for me a minute.
Using an atlas. Locate each of Santa's stops using each set of latitude and longitude coordinates. Record the city and country on the line next to the coordinates. On the next page, using symbols, create a key and list each city you locate using the coordinates below. Create a symbol for each city and put that symbol on the map to identify its location in the world.
Okay, so let's look at the second page, or the third page. You see the globe right here? You're going to write, based on the coordinates that you already got from the second worksheet, you are going to label, so you'll write the city and the country right here, and then you'll draw a symbol after it. So if the answer was Riverside, and we're talking about in North America, then you would write Riverside, North America on your key, and then you would put a symbol like a star, and then you would use your coordinates to find that place on your map, which is going to be right here. And then you will draw a star right in that spot to show that you know where Riverside, California is, and that's where your key comes in. And if you guys don't want to draw symbols, you guys can use different colored pencils. And what you're going to do is you're going to do all of the coordinates, all 10 of them that are right here. And you're going to write down the city and the country here, and then you're going to write the city and the country on here, and then draw them each individually on your paper. Does that make sense?
Good.
Okay. Does that make sense to anybody? Do we need to go over one? Should we do one together?
I think we should go over the first one together.
Let's go over the first one together. Okay. Let me pull up my worksheet on the computer. Okay. So first, you're going to look up in your atlas. So everybody flip to the big globe on your atlas. And you're going to look for 37 degrees on latitude. So what does that mean? We're going to be looking at the lines that go left to right. And you're going to be looking for 37 degrees latitude, and that's north. Sorry, I forgot to say that part. You gotta look north, not south. So 37 degrees north on latitude. And then you will look 23 degrees for longitude. Did everybody find it? You guys think you know where you're at in the map? I see Athens, Greece. Is that where everybody else is?
Mhm.
Athens, Greece?
Just about.
Okay, so you'll write Athens on the line, and then Greece. And then you'll go to your key and write Athens, Greece. And then whether you guys want to draw symbols or if you want to use different colors, I'm going to do symbols. So I'm going to draw a star next to Athens, Greece. And then on my map, I'm going to draw a star right where Athens, Greece is in my atlas. Does everybody get it? That makes sense to everybody?
Yep.
All right, then you guys can all work individually, and when you're done, you can work on your must-dos.